Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph, and this is episode 9 of our Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are clearing out the marketplace of bad guys. Alright, look at our map. Come from over here. There's stuff up here. Or is it, oh, there's stuff up here. We've cleared through all of this. Went into this house, went into the temple. Cleared out this. There's something up here, so we're probably gonna like clear out but of this area as we can and then come up to there.
No reason to pause.
Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Dueling sword, regular mace, take the money. Midnight bolt. The owner of this bolt can shoot it to deal 50 points of damage that cannot be ignored or reduced. The bolt cannot miss. Alright.
Let us
Head
be
this
off.
way. Yes, let us be off. My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? Or perhaps you're concerned that someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and will accidentally fall in? Such foresight is laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance, fighting demons or clearing rubble, while the people trapped beneath it might still be alive? The face of this golden hair Asimar is beautiful even by the standards of his kind. In those veins runs the blood of angels. His melodious voice sounds cheerful, but bitter reproach simmers in his gaze. Don't you dare call me brother heretic! Right? The signs of recent hard fighting are obvious in this stern old man. His armor is dented and covered in blood, and his unnatural pallor suggests something more dangerous than wounds inflicted by claws and fangs. Nevertheless, his gaze is stony, and his voice, accustomed to barking orders, is harsh and clipped. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect this city, especially now, when followers of your temple were caught committing treason? To my mind, you are no different than the demon worshippers, those miscreants, those beasts that are digging under the city walls. Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city. And yet again, I am forced to repeat myself. While we are wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our cities. People whom we could have saved if you only set your soldiers to the task and not kept them here, surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if you say so, then it must mean that there is someone down there. Your associates, no doubt. And they're just waiting for us to abandon our posts before they slink up and try again to. The old man notices you approach. And you! I remember you! You appeared in my city the day the demons attacked and Terendelev died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think the demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. And what is this hideous creature? Hulorn peers at Lan with suspicion. Lan, at your service. The mongrel ducks his head in a bow. My forebears fought in the First Crusade. I've lived in Kenabris my whole life. You haven't ever seen me before? Ah, it must be because you don't ever venture into our underground district. We have been meaning to complain to the city authorities that our paving stones have been in need of repair for a long time. I kind of like Lan. The First Crusade? So you're a mongrel. Huh. You obviously know human speech, surprisingly well, in fact. All right, let's be off with you. The prelate looks at you. If he causes any trouble, I shall hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you still haven't told me who you are. Who are you to be asking me questions? Find it passing strange that you don't already know who I am. Hulron Shapak, prelate of Kenabris, Inquisitor by the grace of Iomede, Defender of the city by the grace of Her Majesty, Queen Galfrey, against threats from within and without. And as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. The golden curled Asmer flashes a flinty smile. I am Ramin of Edmei, prior to the temple of Desna, and alas currently lies in ruins. Wise Holron here believes it is vital to guard this hole in the ground, from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I've been trying to convince him that the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I've put it off and put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have had you hung from the gates back when you dared to defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. If the Sarkorians had hanged Arilu Vorlesh, the names on this are somewhat extreme, while they had the chance, there never would have ever been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, seize this scum. Prelate, see reason. These are frightening times. By threatening to hang someone without trial, that is unworthy of a servant of Iomede. The old man fixes his eyes on Sheila. Least you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't question the way I choose to serve Iomede. I won't question yours. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves below Kenabris. I am no enemy of yours. The old man frowns and whispers something, a prayer or a spell. With each word, his face relaxes. You are telling the truth. The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind with regards to you, stranger. And later, under less fractious circumstances, I would like to ask you how you came to receive this gift. But what can't wait, but that can wait. Now I must deal with this filth once and for all. What precisely are you accusing Ramin of, Inquisitor? Treason! Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the Wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. The Wardstone of Kenabris, the gift from Iomede the bringer of light, brought by the hands of her herald, the first in the chain, and followers of that crazy cult, crazy runt of a goddess try to meddle with it using their magic after hearing a voice in their dreams. My soldiers almost had them caught when Ramian got in the way, allowing the traitors to go to ground. I made a mistake. I didn't have him locked in a cell and interrogated to within an inch of his life, and now the city lies in ruins. It is time to rectify my mistake. I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. My people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the wardstone already carried the seed of corruption within it, and they were simply trying to heal it. I've heard similar claims before. Now, where was it? Ah, yes, from Staunton Vane, the traitor who brought down Dresden. The lessons of the past have taught us a great deal, and that is why I never believed you or your mob's lies, even for a second. And I was right. Well, we're a chaotic group, so don't lay a finger on him, or you'll answer to me. Yasimir holds up his hand in a placating gesture. Stop! You are defending what remains of Canabras. Can't you think of anything better to do than to be at each other's throats in in the ruins of the city? Ramian looks at the prelate. You're a fool, Herlon. You're a zealot and a murderer. But you're a fool. You're a zealot and a murderer. But you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you that the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is that my young adepts were trying to save the wardstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for this tragedy are the demons, but you have done nothing to prevent it. And now you would still rather kill an innocent person and perish yourself than admit you were wrong. As always. With a wave of his hand, the Aasimar vanishes. He fled, the heretic. He's no doubt accepting. He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit. But that won't work. Herlin turns his attention to you. What about you? If you truly have been marked out for a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go and bring back that filthy traitor. I am almost certain that he and his cronies were helping the demons, either knowingly or unknowingly. Their attempt to bewitch the wardstone is clear proof. Ramian must be captured. Ramian really warned you about the attack? Those crazed Desnans are always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. I won't lie, sometimes what they said did come to pass. But can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan in their dreams, and those lunatics would have been only too happy to listen. This time, Mr. Curls for Brains came to me and declared that demons were about to attack the city and the wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Iomade forgive me for even repeating these words. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated. But instead, I simply increased the surveillance on them. And what next? My people caught them red-handed, trying to attack the wardstone with unknown magic. And not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events, whether deliberately or under demonic influence. The Desnans played right into the hands of Discari's hordes, and they almost left the city completely defenseless. Ramian covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else can he be but a traitor and a heretic? Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts. You, or you wouldn't have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because there are enemies everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. They are masters of deceptions. They worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manner of false guises. Do you think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Canabras would have gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I'm about to tell you. This was a long time ago. I was very young then, and I had just joined the crusade. Back then, Canabras didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the city gates, bold as brass. The guards let them in, and why not? For no one was ever turned away. 'Twas no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city. If you came from Mendev, or if you'd hauled yourself here from across the sea, the crusade accepted all and sundry. But on this occasion, we paid dearly for our laxity. Just as soon as those innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed into demons and rushed towards the wardstone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None of them dared to go near it. The light of the goddess burned them all. So they threw their blood from afar, spattering the wardstone from every direction. And the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Minago is her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks. And the creature was right, too. We let our guard down, and we got what we deserved. The bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into the townsfolk's memories. Since then, Canabras has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who coveted Arilu's glory we drove them all out of the city. Reading is hard. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come here, even the Balar Koromazedeh, and they have all been sent straight back to where they came from, or else they were killed for their trouble. You see, Descari himself had to crawl out of the abyss to come here. The goddess curse him, in order to break through our defenses. And what did he do? He left again, and we're still fighting. Now that is what vigilance and discipline can do. I see you suffered greatly in the battle. Nonsense! I had to deal with a brood of Nabasu. It was nothing. I've taken on worse enemies with the goddess's help. Knowledge success. Nabasus, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain the victim's life force. Judging from Halrun's pallor, he has lost a significant amount of his energy. The Inquisitor can bluster as much as he wants, but right now he is far from the peak of his abilities. There's nothing dangerous in this hole. You have no reason to guard it. You told me yourself you received a light-bearing gift from an angel who perished in the caves below our feet. It is no secret that those passages are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, even a warrior from heaven. Demons and demonic offspring love roaming, but about underground. That's why I still keep an eye on this hole. If the beasts decide to attack from it, we'll be ready for them. Where can I find Raymond? How should I know? The weasel can't have gone far. He turned invisible, but he's probably hunkered down in some hole like a traitorous rat that he is. And he is sitting, trembling, waiting till he's dragged out of here. With the prelate after you, that seems like the only sensible thing to do. It's what I'd do. I'm sure lots of things sound sensible to you. And it works too. As you can see, I'm still alive. I have to go. Go on then. If you have to, it would be good if you could return with the head of that scum. Ember peers intently at Holroon. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us. What is this gibberish? As if I have nothing better to do than arrange meetings with vagrants. But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Holy crap. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the fire. But then he died too. Don't you remember? If you were burned, then it was for good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape from the fire? That is a crime in itself, which means that you have been bleh. That is a crime in itself, which means that you have been evading justice for all these years. If it weren't for the invasion, I would review your case and see your sentence was finally fulfilled. You're lucky that we have more important matters to deal with right now. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkly and gray. He was young, with a big mustache. Ember smiles broadly and draws a large, bushy mustache in the air with her finger. He's probably forgotten all about me. It was a long time ago. But I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He is just really, really wants to protect his city. Only he got all mixed up about what is good and who is evil. Holrun, you sent an innocent child to be burned at the stake? Don't you want to ask for forgiveness? Pah! Hardly. Anyone can look innocent. How did this girl manage to survive the fire? And what about that crow that's always flying about her? I advise you to take a closer look at this innocent little lamb of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. You forgive him after what he's done to you? He thought he was doing what was right. How do you know? Maybe you've done something thinking it was a good thing, but you were really doing a bad thing that hurt somebody. But what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when you might be no better than them. Let's go, Ember. Yes, let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. The girl waves to Herlon with a carefree smile. Herlon grimaces and turns away. All right. Got stuff over here. Fiendish giant centipede. A dead fiendish giant centipede. Ah, flat-footed. More centipedes. Jiff. Blue, you hang out.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Surrender, or else!
Dead centipedes. Come on, mouse. Alright, so that just leads over to there. We don't need to go that way because we came from that way.
Can we retreat already?
Big fly. And centipedes. And these are a lot easier battles than the other ones we dealt with earlier.
Forwards!
Dead centipede.
You won't survive me.
Well, he did. Another giant centipede.
Cover me, all right?
Guards.
Too late for apologies.
Shot Ember. Oh, there's another fly. Ah, there it is.
Endure this!
Charge. Nope.
Into the fray!
I'll hit you!
Good job, Ember. Alright, so we've kind of explored the most we can here. Now we're going to do it over here.
Let's move!
I think there's going to be anything this way, but we're going to check it just to make sure. Yep. Well, I guess we'll go up here.
Follow me.
Was this the storyteller? The absence of an answer is an answer too.
March on!
Ow, 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 my ribs. Watch it, watch it. What are you goons doing? You'll bloody crush me. A young tiefling lies trapped in collapsed section of tunnel. Another two tieflings scrambling about, trying in vain to free him from the rubble. Quit whining. Hey, alarm! Someone's coming! Maybe he will help us. Wise up, would you, before you get us killed. Oh, wise up, would you, before you get us killed. Let's make a run for it while we still can. No, come on, don't leave me. I'll die here. Hey guys, I see you're in a bit of a jam. Get a load of this lot. And no escort neither. Wooljiff, you little shit. How are you not dead yet? And who's that with you? They're friends of mine. Great guys. Wooljiff turns to you and out of the corner of his mouth says, Listen, do me a solid. Help them drag his scrawny carcass free. They'll repay you. Cross my heart. Well, you got a 7. Let's give it a shot. I'll help you pull him out from this rubble. An hour. Wow. And failed. Clearing the rubble proves a bigger challenge than you expected. But by the time you finally freed the trapped tiefling, you were already collapsed with fatigue. Phew! I'm alive, and all in one piece, give or take. Thank you. I'll remember your kindness for the rest of my life. You freed the tiefling, or the freed tiefling turns to his companions. And you two clowns, I don't want to hear a word out of you. Get into the tunnel now. One trip, just to the Grey Garrison and back. Don't be a coward. It's not going to collapse. Go, or else we've come all this way for nothing. That ended well, didn't it? Wished. Now, not now. Talk later. The tiefling eyes you and elbows his chatty companion in the rib, causing him to double over in pain. Sounds very suspicious to me. Come clean. Who are you? All right, don't hurt us. People call us the tieflings. We kind of skirt around the edges of the law. That's how we make our living. Some say some tyrant bans books that show stuff he don't like, or fancy Kyonin wine he don't drink. Is it wrong if we step in to fill the gap in the market? If there's a demand for it, someone's got to sell it. Don't go thinking we're gangsters or anything. Our only concern is making the lives of citizens easier for a little coin. People in this city can't even breathe without breaking some stupid regulation or restriction. Take this tunnel that collapsed on top of our friend, for instance. It leads straight to the Grey Garrison. Thanks to it, any soldier whose throat's feeling a little dry or who's needing some nighttime reading material, we can get all the things for him that his heartless superiors refuse to. We're providing a public service. I helped you, now you can help me and Commander Tirablade to save Canabras. The militia needs people with various skills, even ones as unusual as yours. You what? Are you blind or something? The tiefling points at his horns and tails. Know what people call us? Arliu's spawn, and that's one of the nicer nicknames. Crusaders and tieflings don't mix. We'll get torched on sight. Whoa, whoa, Tirablade. Tirablade from the Eagle's Watch? Lads, we have to help her. She's one of the only big shots in this town that actually treats us with any decency. Why should we risk our necks for the Crusaders? Because Irabeth risked her neck for ours. She saved me from that creep Hulrune, yanked me straight out of his torture chamber. Only a worthless tow rag would refuse to help her out after that. Nuh-uh. I'm not listening to any more of this. The tiefling makes a short bow, covering his ears. Makes a show of covering his ears. You do what you want. I'm heading for the River Kingdoms. Go on then. I'm going with the Crusaders, and I'm going to round up others to help, the tiefling smirks. We've made some good money in this city. It'd be a shame to surrender our meal ticket to demons. But enough yammering. So long. Let's see, what things popped up here. Tieflings have joined the... Oh, gather allies for the attack on Grey Gears. Oh, so we got some... Okay, that's what that was. Alright, edge of the map.
We will be victorious.
Monsters!
You won't stop us. I'm sorry I have to do this.
We won't falter.
The light, take you!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
I'll cut you wide open.
Make every strike count.
Good shot, Lan.
Surrender or else.
Hang back, Blue. You're in no condition to get beat up again.
Strike with all your might.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Wow, she sounds awful vicious and mean for a paladin. Despite all the city's troubles, the statue of Idamede towers proudly over the street. Climb down. Let's go ahead and climb down.
This is my kind of work.
That's way out. What's that? A sling staff. No, we don't need a sling staff. That thing looks pretty tough, but we
Meditate on your
wanting to get rid of the
mistakes.
cleric.
It might make you feel better.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
1 point of damage. For a whole 2 points of damage. Lan, that was some terrible shooting. Let's see. So they're surprised. Come on, mouse. Man, my mouse. I gotta get a new mouse. Blue, you're gonna hang back.
Too late for apologies.
What we got here? A wizard and a sharpshooter.
Distract them for me.
Oh, gee.
The spirits demand your blood.
Into the fray!
We can do it!
This thing's pretty tough.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Ah, really reduced damage. Okay.
I'll hit
Shoot the
you.
wizard.
Time to share your treasures.
You are today's sacrifice.
No glory without risk!
Can we charge? We can! Alright. Glove, scroll, normal, 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 normal. Masterwork, scroll, scroll, normal, normal. Alright. Alright, so go down this way, then curl up, and then get up here, and then we'll have cleaned out the market. We got another one of these big guys, an evoker, and a fighter.
I'm all
Do
in.
not fear! Do
Ah,
not waver!
too slow on the clicking with the land.
You won't stop us.
Oh, there's two of those big guys. That's not good.
Cover me, all right?
Ow.
You won't survive me.
Oh, they roll terribly. They're gonna survive you.
This'll leave a bruise.
Ah, yes, that will.
Forward!
Esme, Axel, yes? The light take you!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Man, just beating up on her.
Endure this!
Come on, land. You gotta hit me already.
Just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Matricium Turinos.
We won't falter!
Esme, Axel, Yes.
Stand up.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Distract them for me.
I'll just sit here. Don't
Down she
worry
goes
about
again.
me.
Make every strike count.
Magnesium Turinos.
Ow.
Strike with all your might.
And I missed. Come on.
Esma. Axel. Yes.
Into the fray. No glory without risk.
Time to share your treasures.
You can trust me.
Together, we
I'll
stand.
watch your back.
Alright.
We
She's
should
not
move.
wanting to.
I'll make my own legend.
There's my potions. There they are. Almost out of these light healing potions. We had a lot of them, didn't we?
I will help where I can.
Adventures await.
Alright. Now for some looting. Magical club. Club with nails. What's a club with nails? +1 does an additional D3 piercing damage. Masterwork, scroll, normal. Mongrels. The young mongrel looks around in every direction but up. Maybe we should go back? This place isn't for us. It's too open. The enemy could come from anywhere. The air is weird. Why does it keep moving so fast? Another mongrel stares straight ahead, gripping his blade in a trembling fist. No, not one step back. This is our test. Don't look at anything but the target. So you made it. Good to see you all. How's old Saul doing? Still waiting and thinking? Well, don't worry. He'll make up his mind soon. You won't be hanging out underground for much longer. What are you doing here? The young man turns to you. He has one healthy eye and a lumpy growth where the second should be. It's you! It's thanks to you that we made it to the surface to fight the demons. The shield base fell, but Sol slowed everything down. He's an old man. He's afraid of everything, but we can't sit in the dark like root vegetables while big things are happening up above. We tried to follow you through the shield maze. We emerged into some kind of fortress, but there were too many demons there. Then we dug out another passage into the city. It took days, but we did it. We're ready to fight. Right now, we need everyone who can hold a weapon. I have a plan. Go back below ground and wait at the shield maze exit. We'll get the beasts at both ends. Go back? Well, if you're sure, of course we'll go. I mean, an ambush. Good idea. Yes, I understand. We'll attack from below as soon as we hear the fighting start. The young ones are holding up well, but will they be able to fight out in the open? Even I struggle with that. Lan frowns. I hope we did the right thing. We are the Crusaders from the underground. We will fight like our forebears did. I just kind of want to get him out of the way. I don't want him to go over our old Hurlon. We'll get them all arrested and kill them for being traitors. Bunch of daggers. Any of them masterwork dagger? A bunch of regular daggers. I'll take the masterwork one. Bodies have a variety of wounds. One is covered in burns. Others have weapons or claw marks. It is safe to assume they were decapitated post-mortem. All right.
Let us be off.
Loot. And let's go up here. The house.
Did it. It happens sometimes.
This fire was no accident. It looks like the work of a Rimarak, a pyromatic demon.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Save the last one for me.
There's 3 of these things.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Surrender, or else!
No, dang it. Wasn't quite my intent.
The light. Take
Oh,
you.
I probably should have charged there. I'm just so used to it not letting me charge anything. Well, that was not pleasant. Ow.
survive me.
Too late for apologies.
Cover me, all right? Huh?
Into the fray!
Jeebus.
We can do it! Forwards!
Endure this!
I'll hit you!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
No, that's not. God bless it. Why did she do that?
The Inheritor, guide
I
my
don't want it.
blade!
All right, just do.
We won't falter!
Make every strike count.
You won't stop us.
Distract them from me. Ha!
There we go. Good job, Wolf G. Or Woljiff.
Go for their heart!
Yeah, a couple regular long swords. Now we can all
I'm
beat up
tired
again.
of waiting.
A bright future awaits us.
Don't mind me.
Open your heart to me. This war must end.
Esme. Axe. Yes.
Okay.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
All right. Gather everybody together. We're about to hit that 1 hour mark, so let's go ahead and call it here. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the game. And until next time, you all stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.